Virgo, welcome to the full moon in Sagittarius reading for May 23rd, 2024. Full moons close out cycles. You can be closing out a cycle, a big cycle, or a small one. But Sagittarius is a very philosophical moon. It can also be quite social and active, but it is an expansive energy. It can also be fiery, right? So you're very passionate about something, and that can get a little bit heated. I think Sagittarians love to debate and talk about situations. They really believe in their own philosophy, and so they can try to convince you to believe in it as well. But nevertheless, it is about expanding your horizons. And I find that interesting because you have four people teacher as the direction this reading is going in. And so perhaps you're thinking about going to school. The card asks you to be very proactive about moving forward with that decision. There can be teachers around, but that includes other forms that you may not expect, such as a book or an online course. You can be teaching classes yourself. You may be the teacher in a small group or in an academic setting. So very interesting possibility of expansion, expanding your mind, expanding your knowledge. And that may be the direction this reading is going in. In any case, there is some expansion for sure. Again, whether it comes through a book or other people. The first column is where you find yourself at the time of the full moon, or what it is you are consciously closing out, as full moons are closing out large cycles. The second column is you, how you think, how you feel, what you're doing, what you're saying, what you're thinking. It's you in action to the scenario playing out here. And the last column is probable outcome, probable because some things we can change, some things we are meant to experience, but those experiences are always to further your growth. It may not always appear that way in the beginning, but we're learning something, and here's the teacher. So it can just be the scenario itself that is teaching us something. Let's start. The first column is the Ten of Wands, the Two of Swords. The Ten of Wands is 10 is the end of a cycle, the beginning of something new simultaneously. And so we're taking a lot of responsibility here and moving forward. And it may be a slow move. Slow and steady wins the race with this card, but it can also be backbreaking, right? It's kind of like we see the end in sight. It's pretty far away, and the closer we get, the further it feels. So it's just taking things slow and steady. This card sometimes asks you not to take on the responsibility of other people, because then they are missing out on what they can learn from the scenario. Sometimes that can't be helped, and sometimes we're supposed to take on responsibility, and sometimes we're not. But I do have the Two of Swords here. This is the moon in Libra, and this is about decision making. It's two, it's always duality. And I always think of this as a scissor, right, to cut something off. And so that is usually decision making. Libra can see both sides of a situation, and so it may be very difficult to make that ultimate decision. But this card asks you to make a decision, because no matter what you decide, you will always face the challenges and rewards. You cannot make a move without either one of them. They come with the package. So it's just saying, make the decision, and do not negate your heart. It cannot only come through your mental actions, but must also come through your heart. Okay? I do want to pull another one for that, but there is some decision making necessary, and this can be in how you want to go forward with some heavy responsibility that you're dealing with. We have a Queen of Pentacles there. So the Queen of Pentacles is my Aquarius card. For me, right? For other people, it's an earth sign. But for me, it's an Aquarius card. And this is somebody with a very altruistic heart. However, they look for stability. The Queen of Pentacles looks for stability in her situation. They are people who can work with the earth and earthly things. So they can be people who are very health oriented and may work with like Ayurveda or healthy, like a dietitian, healthy eating, nature, that sort of thing. This is somebody who's going to be square in features. Maybe you can look to their chin or their forehead and they're sort of squared off a little bit. The thing that I do like about the Queen of Pentacles is she usually gets what she wants, which is, again, probably structure and stability, good health, that sort of thing. But she works very hard to get it. The King of Pentacles is the master of the physical, but she is very focused on it. You are behaving like the High Priestess and the Five of Pentacles. That's an interesting combination. The High Priestess is the structure on which you build upon. So if the Magician is your concept and your vision, the High Priestess, the following card, would be what you deem divine, should be the structure on which you build upon. So it's your divinity. It can also be very secretive and behind the scenes. So you may feel that way. You may be keeping things very secretive at this time, not leading on to anything. But you also have the Five of Pentacles, and these are challenges that we face together. And there may be things that you learn from the Five of Pentacles, because the Five of Pentacles, 5 is instability, it's the roller coaster ride, but it pushes us to find the number 6, which is balance, right? So whenever we feel out of sorts, there's challenges that we're facing together, we seek to find the balance. It pushes us to find balance. And here's another 6. So there's going to be some choice, some decision making. I think you're going to learn a lot from this, but you can also be reading about things that can help you in regards to this, or taking classes to give you a leg up. But the 6, you're at a crossroads with the Lover's card. Interesting thing about the Lover's card is it used to be called the choices, and this would have been like lust. This would have been more romantic love, and this is the compassion. The angel is compassion. So those are the 3 stages of love. So the Lover's card. But it means that you are at a crossroads and that there is a decision that needs to be made. And you can be making it through 3 levels, right? And there are decisions that need to be made here. We are at a crossroads. So when I see divinity and the Lovers together, for me, what you deem sacred is important to, and very possibly how you make your decision, with what faculty you make your decision with. Feels like a learning phase anyway. It feels like lesson here, something to be learned. And the outcome is lovely, though. You have a new passion, a new passionate beginning. It is my fall card, right? Autumn, the Ace of Wands. But it is the thing that if you decide to embark on this new passion, it can be the things that dreams are made of. So it's a very lovely card. It's following your passion, following your bliss. But it is something new that's being offered. And what it does is seems to help you to move into a situation where things become clearer, calmer. You can view your situation from a calmer point of view. As you can see here, the waters are a little bit choppy, but we're moving on, and we're moving on to calmer waters where we can kind of review this situation again, like I said, from a calmer perspective. understanding what we did, right? Because we're taking our lessons with us. We're taking our actions and our responsibility and moving forward and examining it from a calmer perspective, bringing balance to the situation. The Hierophant are large organizations. So this again may be the school, may be a school that you're teaching in, it may be a group, an organization that is beginning new for you, right? It is a new passion that you're maybe receiving lesson from, right? A teacher, a new teacher, or you are that teacher. You have something lovely to offer yourself. And it can be, for somebody out there, it can be health related. It can absolutely be health or finance related. Maybe you're teaching people how to balance their finances. Maybe you're teaching them how to eat properly, or that kind of scenario. I do feel that for somebody out there. It is what you deem sacred, what you build your own structure upon. The Hierophant is also my no, so you may get a no answer. Or you may need to ask permission or fill out forms, stand in line. It's really, the Hierophant is a bit of, they're large organizations, and so you don't get the keys that easily, right? For somebody out there, for a few people, maybe not everybody, but you may have to ask permission, or you may have to jump through some hoops, or fill out more forms, or stand in line, that kind of thing. You get partial knowledge with the Hierophant. But again, it can just be organizations that you're going to be learning or teaching, that sort of thing. It's also possible there. There is information here. Sometimes you have to go through initiation to get more information to level up, right? So it can be that kind of thing as well. But I do think we're making some proper choices here. We're making some proper decisions. We're at a fork in the road. It can be for somebody who's going to school that you change your major. That's also possible here. I feel that. For some people, maybe the workload is too much if you're in college and it's just too much, and so you may drop a few classes and you may have to ask permission. That's also possible. Or you may be feeling unwell, or there may be some financial issues, and so you may have to drop a class or two or change. I do feel that for other people as well. But this also gives you sort of a new passion, right? It gives you a new passionate kind of scenario. Maybe you feel like you have the energy to continue to learn. Maybe you wanted to leave, you couldn't deal with it anymore. It's kind of that. But you get this new revitalized passion with that Ace of Wands. I do feel like somebody's changing their major, though, for sure. Thank you for listening. Oh, no, wait, I have one more thing to offer you. What does Spirit want you to know? Openings, yes. A new door is opening for you. That's the Ace of Wands. It's just up to you to walk through it, okay? It is 22, so I find that is a master number. They are master builders, 22. And so you can be building something new through knowledge and wisdom and what you are learning. Okay? Thank you for listening. I hope this has been helpful. I think it was a good reading. Take good care, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye for now.